So, welcome back to the show. It's your daily dose of pods. So, couple of things like I would want to talk about during this week. Some of them. So, like last week, we talked about, and I did express what my thoughts are for Ukraine. But yeah, past is the past. Like I did one episode on that. If you're interested, you can go back to our first episode, and try to review on those things. So yeah, well, today we're going to talk about something very different. Like, the music has changed a lot. Yeah. And so a few couple things I want to talk about, like right now I'm in Mexico, and it's just something that I would want to talk about is like the things, the events that I had in Mexico. Yeah. So, a couple of things about what I think about the culture, the food, the people over here. So, yeah. So, like, I've been in Mexico, well, probably not that long, but I've been here for at least, let's say, around 3 or 4 months, I think. Yeah. Like, I got my first visit here in Mexico, Monterrey, and that was like last October 2021 ish. So yeah, it's like I stayed here until around like January, the middle of January or something of 2022, sorry. So yeah, like I got back to Taiwan, which is my home, and then here I am again in Mexico, Monterrey. So like, yeah, this is my second business trip here, and it was like, well, something very new because like I need to left my hometown for a very long time. I started my second business trip here for like starting for around the middle of February, which is just after Valentine's Day. Yeah, but yeah, I did spend some time with my family, with my wife, with my son. While when I got back to Taiwan, but now here I am. You will definitely get your daily dose of pods. I know daily dose of pods should be daily, but I can only make it happen for like weekly right now. So that's why the channel is called Dose of Pods. So yeah, the thing I wanted to talk about is, first of all, let's talk about the culture that I think that what I observed in Mexico, Monterrey. So I think that the people here in Monterrey, most of them, like, let's talk about language, okay? I think most of the Mexicans don't really speak English. So this really got me into like some trouble because I can't really speak Spanish. I can probably only say hola, gracias, and probably like one and two, uno and do, and yeah, probably that's it. Like, I didn't even get the chance to use a lot of Spanish for my work because, well, for my actual full time job. Yeah, and I think the people here, most of the people that I've met, okay, are pretty friendly in a good way, and yeah, so this is also like at the same time that I found that there is a huge difference, really huge difference between like for people in Taiwan and for people in Monterrey. Like when we work, okay, we need to make sure that well at work you need to give it like your full dedication, your 100%. But what I saw here is like, well, like it depends on standards, I guess. But if you go by the standards for what we have in Taiwan, I would say probably that's not the 100% dedication right there. So yeah, sometimes like you know, because I need to train some of the Mexicans here, and uh, I had a really hard time to having them to understand how does like uh industries, especially in high tech companies, how do they really work, and what is the pace, what is the atmosphere, what is the urgentness, and what do I think about their job for working in this company. So, well, everything isn't easy at first, so just trying to get them ready and let them really understand what you really need to do for to earn much, not just by simply thinking that you should have the right and you should, okay, you deserve that. No, what I think is that you only get what you really deserve, but not through for what you think you deserve, because it's always unfair. And if you can't think these things by simply think what you should get and what is the amount of money that you should deserve. So yeah, I did talk to several of the Mexicans these days, and they were like, yeah, it's understandable, but yeah, still they're still hoping to get more. But I can say, well, you're not ready, so be ready. I think this is like the same when it goes for a lot of situations. That's what I think. This is life. This is actual life. The same thing with when you're going to have a relationship. The same thing when you're going to have a test. The same thing when you are going to having a marriage. You need to get yourself ready. That doesn't matter for mentality, physically, or you could probably say psychologically. Doesn't matter as long as for any stage, any event in your life, you need to get yourself ready. Otherwise, you will have a hard time. You won't be happy. You won't have a sense of achievement. So there is a certain time for them to, to catch up. Yeah. Actually, that's what I think for the people here in Monterey. Well, for the food, by the way, I think I over like always it always comes down to like I ran into a lot of like it doesn't matter if it's the Mexican food, Chinese food, Japanese food, or Korean food. It doesn't matter. Like every food, like or almost like around 97 or 98% of meals that I'm having in Monterey is packed with strong flavors. When I say strong flavors, I mean things that may be too salty. Maybe it's too salty, or maybe it's too spicy, it's too sour, it's too sweet. But I grew up as an Asian. I was born in Taiwan, and everything is perfectly well balanced. If you went to a restaurant, everything's well balanced, and you get your meal at a in the like you get fewer waiting time compared to what I've had in Mexico. So, and I, by the way, I do believe that people in Mexico will definitely agree on that. Yeah, I think that's maybe that's the culture in Mexico. We have like a faster pace in Taiwan, living or working, it doesn't matter. But in Mexico, it's like, well, like your whole life goes way slower, and I'm not used to that kind of a lifestyle at this moment. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Like, adapt to that kind of a lifestyle. Maybe I won't. Yeah. So, yeah, I just want to share you guys about what are what is the experience, and what are the events that I'm having in Mexico, Monterrey. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. It's like an adventure, like in your life. You will have the opportunity to talk about it maybe someday. Yeah. But yeah, some sacrifices like are being made. Like I need to be away from my home for several months. I do miss my wife. I do miss my son. I really do. But this is life, and this is the dedication that I'm giving out to this position. Hopefully, that maybe one day all these hard works will get paid off. Hopefully. And I do hope that for the listeners out there that's listening to this podcast will have your lives get more smoother, have your dreams come true, spend more time with your loved ones, cherish the time that you have spent with them. And I wish you all for the best of luck. And wish you have a good day and a good weekend. I'll see you next week.